Antonio told his little daughter, Anna, that he had dreamed of eating a big juicy steak the night before. The dream made him feel as if he had already eaten breakfast. Smiling, he handed the small portion of food to Anna, who was still hungry. Even though his wife disapproved, that morning, Antonio walked to the docks on an empty stomach, hoping for work. Times were hard, and jobs were scarce. The foreman picked only a few men from the desperate crowd, almost like tossing scraps to the lucky ones. Antonio wasn't chosen. When he returned home, he noticed his son, Raymond, looking downcast. On the table lay a small piece of sausage. Without hesitation, Antonio placed it back into Raymond's hand. On the way, Raymond quietly told him that his friend had been sent away because his parents couldn't afford to raise him. Antonio knelt down, holding his son's shoulders, and swore that no matter what, he would never let his children be taken from him. That night, with the help of his friend Joe, Antonio stepped into a boxing ring. A fight was arranged. Win or lose, he would earn $50. But when the wraps came off, Joe was horrified. Antonio's right hand still hadn't healed from his previous injury. Despite the danger, Antonio entered the ring for his family's sake. The fight was brutal. When he tried to punch with his right hand, the bone broke again. Back home, his wife reminded him that if he couldn't earn a living, Anna and Raymond would have to be sent to relatives. Antonio refused to accept that. He smeared shoe polish over the cast on his broken hand, hiding it so he could go back to the docks. By luck, he was chosen this time, and with the help of a colleague, he kept his injury secret. But soon the struggle became unbearable. His wife finally sent the children away for safety. For the first time, Antonio lost his temper. He had promised they would never be separated. Swallowing his pride, he went to the boxing club, removed his hat, and begged for another chance. The next night, Antonio kept his promise. Anna and Raymond returned home. Then, one spring day, Joe brought news. Antonio had been offered a fight against one of the world's top 10 boxers. He was only a substitute, stepping in after the original opponent was injured. The pay, $250. When the bell rang, Antonio's opponent unleashed a storm of punches that sent him crashing to the mat. He could have quit and still collected the money. But instead, Antonio stood up. With his right hand broken, he relied on the left. All those months of forced practice had turned his left hook into a weapon. Blow after blow, he drove the crowd wild. And against all odds, the underdog stunned the arena. Antonio returned home pretending to be disappointed, then pulled the prize money from his pocket. That night, his family ate until their bellies were full. The next morning, Antonio went back to the docks. The foreman recognized him instantly, shocked to see him there. "Why are you still looking for work?" the man asked. Antonio answered quietly, "The prize money's already gone to pay off debts. All that's left is $10. This is the story of Antonio, a father who endured pain, hunger, and exhaustion, never complaining, just to keep his family together. Behind every dollar he brought home was not just money, but an immeasurable treasure of love. Do you think you will do the same for your family?